That's so good.
It was spotty for me. I didn't even know if it was showing up for y'all.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
Oh, the guy was singing and then it would speed up for me. Whatever.
No, it was good. It was good.
Welcome to another week of HEX Guild, and where we talk about body rejuvenation and land rejuvenation. That's what brings us together. Often permaculture. We were just in the back room talking about concave Earth rather than convex or anything like that. I had something else to say to that. I recently saw a YouTube video, and of course you can't believe everything you see on the internet, but this guy was saying that there was like a 1558 map that that showed the perimeter lands not ice. So usually we're used to seeing Antarctica go all the way around and be covered in ice, and that's where something is, maybe a wall, maybe a dome, or the connection. But what do you think about that? Now that I have you on the spot.
Yeah. There's so many iterations of maps that we discovered. Most of them are from China or from Eastern countries or Middle East. And any of them can be real. Who knows? If we're truly honest, we could never know. We're not allowed to freely travel and explore. So even if we wanted to check what is actually real, we're not allowed.
Yeah, we're not allowed to investigate, just like the vax science. We're not allowed to investigate.
Oh man, some interesting laws came into effect over here after New Year's.
Okay.
So now they can forcefully vaccinate people against their will. This includes children or any group of people that they deem under enough threat or reasonable suspicion was the term used in law. There's no way you could use terms like that in legal text. Like reasonable suspicion is enough to forcefully vaccinate people. It's it's legal to lock people from the outside into their houses, so they can't get out. Like, all sorts of crazy stuff came into law.
In other words, they can come up with whatever reason they want, and it's justifiable to do whatever they want.
Yeah, World Health Organization changed their founding documents and removed the human's right to basic human decency.
Sure.
They removed it from their charter, so they openly admit that your self-sovereignty and and your basic human decency is no longer an issue for them.
Yeah.
They just want you all vaccinated.
But you got to understand that we are not smart enough to know what is best for us. They know what's best for us. We're not
Yeah.
smart enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good for going on metaverse and
Yeah.
spending the rest of our days there until we die suddenly. How you doing, Dr. Moray?
What up, Biraj?
Namaste. I hope you guys can hear me properly. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. here, so I am a bit groggy, but my mind is still clear as to what to do regarding staking strategies, etc. in general. But by the way, a very happy new year to the HEX Guild. Like, it's our first guild meeting. So let's see what we have, and we have a lot planned for the next year, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
quite excited. I By the way, I'll be speaking at the HEX conference that's going to be hosted by Matty Allen. I'm on day one on the social. Hey, I
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
In
was
2 days.
expecting
I'm
special
on day
segment
two.
for myself.
You're on day 2?
Yeah,
Nice.
I was
Yeah.
expecting. I was expecting a special segment for myself, but there are too many Hex
You
streamers who
didn't
are
get
better
one.
looking and well versed than me.
You
You wanted
didn't
to
get
be
one.
solo.
Maybe
I'm
next year.
surprised. I'm surprised.
So everybody, that's
It,
the 6th through
because
9th.
like I already stream on 2 channels, like this Hex Guild and Hex Asians, sometimes on Discourse Syndicate. So I'm okay with it. There is no real point in putting out low quality content. And anyways, uh, sorry, I kind of missed the start of the stream. I was
What do
That's all
you
hoping
right.
Davin
what do you
will
think your
take.
town? What do you
I
think
was
your
expecting Davin to take much more time to get back.
Yeah, he
what do you
was
think
pretty
So
fast.
what are your topics going to
I'll
be?
be quiet for a little while. Continue. Sorry, I
Mr.
didn't
Moray,
catch you.
what are your topics going to be on the talk with Maddie
I
Allen's
am in the social.
conference?
I was expected, like, the while filling the form, I had put in like self development and like yeah, that's it, and staking strategies. But it's going to be a social, so it's it's all improv, man. Let's see how it
Okay.
goes.
What about you, Finbear?
Yeah,
What's going to be your main topic?
I'm in the socials as well.
Okay.
And actually, DJ Cryptomatic also already, because he's high in consciousness, he already sent me a message like, "Hey, dude, what do you think you want to talk about when we're on this?" And I checked, and it's this coming Saturday, I think, when I'm supposed to be on with him. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I don't want to make plans yet. That's like so many days out. Who knows who will have killed somebody by then? Like,
Point.
and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Let's just wing it. Let's get there yet, like first, and see what happens.
I never have thought about this, but like the negativity of it, but like what if we sabotaged one of the groups we knew who was going to talk together and start start devising them against each other to watch this shit show? Never mind. I didn't say that. I never had that thought. Thought police, arrest me now.
Hey, okay, that's enough shilling of the conference. Let's get back to the Hex Guild, like what things are
Thank
going on.
you.
Matters at hand.
Uh,
Down at the
like
bottom, it says
I
that
already
the
see.
stakes are in your wallet, the HSI stakes, I'll put that down at the bottom for like a few more streams, and then after that I'll change it to something else. You know, whatever news we have. Personally, in my end, I've been collecting addresses that Hexicans are okay with me having, and I've been sending out like basically Hexican marketing packages. So inside of there are handwritten letters that I took to the local print shop, and I got them to run off copies of my handwritten letters. Hopefully that goes over well. And then so I fold up a few of those, put them in there, maybe a stamped envelope as well, to where it makes it easier for you to get them out to the next person. But the idea is for a connection with you and your neighbors, and then maybe something flourishes. But then a deeper meaning is like, hey, Hexicans, get really good at communicating with people in your area and appealing to them, letting them know about Hex. I'll also have business card size cards that are really nice, that get people to attract to Richard Hart, and you know, his stickiness, his message that's been sent out and that we have all adopted. I'm sorry, sent out. His message that he's already put out on the internet and we've already found and adopted. And then another thing is those HSI certificates, which I showed y'all in the beginning of last time. So these are the things that are inside the envelopes these days. If it is that you're interested, please get into my DMs. At EcoBuilder is me on Twitter. And then also this group formulates on Telegram. So our backbone is the chat inside of Telegram. So Telegram is an app that's wonderful for groups and communication and storing files and all sorts. I love it because it's all searchable, and like I could go over to the right margin and just view all the images and videos that we've ever put in the group. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So we're over at t.me/Hex Foodies, because that used to be the name, now Hex Guild. So you'll see it up as Hex Guild will be the bold font at the top. And I think everybody here is admin. No, you're not. Never mind. It's going to say like everybody here can kick your ass out of the group if we feel like it.
Yeah. I have the wood chipper. I put the robots in the wood chipper.
So let's hear
Fine.
on the
so
front.
if you don't say hi to me on the second time, I'm gonna kick you out.
Oh, let me quick go.
I think I've seen you around already.
Oh, yeah.
With all the Hex groups, you know, Finbear is in all of them, to where he socializes and keeps track of everybody. So we all have our own talents, right?
So he's our CIA agent. He's monitoring everybody.
What was it? Universal admin.
Yeah.
Kind of like Universal Soldier, but with less capabilities or power.
So what's happening on the front? Like, who's doing what?
Well, this is what it looks like when it's really bright out.
That's really nice.
A
little scary.
A bit brighter, and for already like a couple of hours. So it's getting better. We've gained several minutes. Sometimes even 10 minutes a day.
It was December 22nd that was the lowest.
Yeah, the longest night. Or no actual day at all.
So Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Good one.
Or almost Gregorian calendar.
Yeah.
What's up with that, man?
Couple of days to go.
should our New Year actually be somewhere like closer to spring?
April Fool.
Like in April or something.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice.
It would make more sense than celebrating it now that everything is frozen and dead.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Like literally.
People were really daring with fireworks. Like they were putting them out on the corner in my neighborhood, and
Wow.
typically I'm used to hearing it from other neighborhoods which are racially
Diverse, right?
racially ratioed. No, not
Yeah.
diverse. Yeah. And then
Yeah, I
somebody,
saw I saw some people firing rockets into crowds of people.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Never seen that shit before. But I guess that came with all the computer science experts and the other medical professionals that we just got sent over here.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
break for 2 years.
As we divide.
Yep. So this was the first time within the past years that we were allowed to use fireworks again. So yeah, it was fun.
So I do have one vote for sabotage.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in France they burned more than 1,000 cars again this year.
Yeah.
Mm,
So HOA is saying that Finbear, you're gonna get time squashed. Is there some bigger meaning behind that?
No, it's just our time zone. We're more advanced. That's why we sort
So
of
you get
move
less
around.
light.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's always dark when I'm streaming in the winter.
Red Squirrel has a lot of badges from deleting a lot of people.
Oh yeah, me too. Like sometimes sometimes they contact me first, and then I spot them from some group, and yeah, I see a lot of deleted accounts have approached me once. Yeah, that's my method as well, and I think I've had to apologize like 2 times.
Yeah, I've seen you apologize just once, and then somebody came to me like, "Hey, what's up with this?" And I'm just like, "Just deal with it. It's a part of dealing with people on the internet, just
Yeah,
chill
it's
out
no,
and
yeah,
I'll see you on the show."
yeah, it's normal.
Okay,
It's
New
so
normal.
Year's resolutions.
I don't
New
do
Year's. So I got a
resolutions.
good one.
Mine's muscle. I got to get back into building a little bit.
What? You have to go?
No, I got to build some
I
muscle.
no, but like facing reality was saying you
Yeah, I
have to
gotta
be.
go in a couple of
Oh.
minutes.
Okay, quickly your resolution.
Oh, my
You're not,
resolution
you're not gonna
is
smoke any more of that devil's
get
lettuce.
more and more self-sustained and therefore ungovernable.
Dude, that sounds so sweet. Can I get in on your resolution, man?
Well, Hexaco should be this resolution: be independent, be self-sufficient, and therefore ungovernable. That's the only reason why
Absolutely.
we are governable, is because we are dependent on everything from them. Their energy, their food, their literally everything.
Yeah,
If you can
yeah.
provide yourself, you're not governable.
You have no need for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's get some New Year's resolutions in the chat. I want to hear what you guys got thinking.
my resolution is the same as every year. Try to take over the world. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Pinky and the Brain. That's my favorite
Yeah.
series, and like
Yeah.
sometimes when I need inspiration, I watch it. But frankly, this year's resolution is no resolutions. Like it's kind of difficult to improve on perfection. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
I'm already perfect.
So why try harder?
Exactly.
But one thing
Oh,
I definitely thought about, like, I think Richard Hart had his tweet, and one thing I kind of decided, like, it's time to deploy capital. Yeah, and those who are in the Hex Guild, like, must be. I had posted a video, so they already know regarding I'm deploying some capital. But that's the problem is, to actually spread a hex, we need a pulse chain.
Yep.
Transactions on Ethereum kill me every time. Like I can't, like, do, like, I would have given away much more hex if we had continued with those one way transactions. Like, and my idea is, like, use hex like cashback points. So when you buy a product from my, my affiliated store, then you get a certain amount of hex. Of course, uh, it's just like taking uh, how cashback points work. You are just paying, like, extra for those cashback points, right? There
Exactly.
is no cut on the profit margin. So, and later you that kind, if they really like the products, they are kind of forced to buy hex to get those products. So that should work, and let's see. When pulse chain comes, it will be much easier to do that.
yeah, it's gonna be wild once Pulse Chain comes out.
uh,
Oh my God.
Could you imagine?
The
Yeah,
pain
I'm
will be
trying to.
disproportionate.
Yeah.
It's been a while since
In my
good news.
dreams for a second.
There- There's a lot of imagining going on at the moment
Oh yeah.
to keep the morals up. The beatings surely don't work anymore.
But it's getting quieter. People are not even expecting it anymore. And as soon as
Yeah,
we truly reach that point, all of
yeah,
a sudden everything changes. So it usually
yeah,
does.
yeah. I remember when we were at something like 3.5 cents, and I was on some stream in the chats saying that I don't believe we're even close to the max pain area yet. And now I think we're really close to it. So if we didn't touch it when we licked on 1.2 cents, I think we're so close to it that it doesn't matter. It's like a 50% move down from here.
Yeah.
But this is really close to the bottom. And I think we're already at 1.9 now.
Yeah. I had my personal low at 1.4 because that was pretty much the breakout and the start of the bull run. Usually that is, then you negated all the profits from the whole run. So usually that is a big
Yeah,
area where people are just sitting. Sure, it
it's
can go
it's
lower, but
very solid. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
So I'm glad we're talking about price, because the other day I ran across a tweet and I forgot who it was that brought this idea. But they were thinking, like, okay, we had a top of 52 cents. So let's say that somebody hypothetically put $1,000 into Hex at 52 cents. And then down here, at the bottom, or in this area, just like last week, it was 1.8 cents or something. So they say, okay, I also put $1,000 towards 1.8 cents. Everybody get out your calculators if you haven't already seen this.
yeah. You get
I have 5,000.
55,555 hex for $1,000
Yeah, and getting his average to
at
0.23 or something.
1.8 cents.
That's
Oh yeah.
1.8 cents. Okay.
Yeah,
But the idea is, if you bought 1,000 way up there and you bought 1,000 way down here, what
yeah.
is the average? It
Exactly.
doesn't go to like 24 cents, which is the average between the two prices. Instead, it goes
Yes.
way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was 0.2 cents, 2.4 cents, something.
3.4 cents.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
If you bought
Yeah.
$1,000 at 52
Oh, yeah.
cents and $1,000 at 1.8 cents,
So
3.2
your
or 3.4 cents
That's
is the
insane.
average.
break-even point. Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about whenever it is that new people are coming to us, new Hexicans who bought, somewhere on that mountain top, telling us that they're like, I literally have a guy in my Telegram messages who tells me his average is 25 cents. And he keeps telling me his average is 25 cents. And it's just like,
Wow.
man, you can definitely bring that down right now.
Yeah.
But he looks at how much he hasn't watched this grow in crypto. It's been like his holdings in real world somewhere else, and he's brought it in. And so just hang in there, man. Just
Yeah.
hang in there. We've all been through
Yeah.
this.
But even small amounts of DCA will
Just
bring
a couple of
your
$100
price down
makes
quickly.
a huge, yeah, a couple of
Yes.
$100
If you have a
here.
big bag at, let's say, 25 cents average, even if you would do $50, $100 a month for the next 12 months, you will have no idea what your average will be by the end of the year. It wouldn't even be close to 25 cents, just with small amounts of money. And it will all multiply. In the end, it doesn't really matter at what price you get in. It's the multiplier that you get out of that price when you bought in. That's all you need to know. It doesn't matter if you bought at 5 cents or 3 cents. Once it's at $1, the amount of money that you put in 5 cents still did a 20x. It's that simple.
Yeah, DCA, that's magic. Uh,
And even if you
but
didn't DCA, even a single purchase at these prices brings down the average from 25 cents immediately under 10, because you get so many more hex at these prices that you're chopping off the legs from your mistake, and you're leveling your ground for an easier takeoff because you'll be in profit faster.
Exactly.
It's gonna
and
make
plus
everything.
you are getting a copy of it on Pulse chain, so it's
Also,
going to be even
Boom.
better.
yep, exactly.
Also,
You keep forgetting, even no matter how long you're in it, you keep forgetting that you get literally a copy on the other end. It's
Every week, I have to remind
oh,
myself that
guys,
there are other things happening instead of me just holding Hex and staking Hex. I forget that we sacked for Pulse Chain if we were around back then, or Pulse X. I completely forget about these things.
I want to
I
say
think that's kind of a benefit to my personality. Go ahead, Finbear.
before I forget, I just finished watching yesterday the documentary by Tom Gillespie, The Time Value of Money. And oh my god, it was hilarious. Like everybody
Yeah,
should watch it. I couldn't stop. I had to watch 4 hours of that shit, like non-stop. Kids
I
were
heard it was
crying. The
long.
missus was really upset. I was like, "Shut up, bitch!" And I was watching it.
it's a 2 hour
Dude,
documentary,
it
isn't it?
yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
The guy has done it so clever. Everybody who opposes Hex looks like a complete fucking tit. Like first they talk about why they want decentralization, why they understand that in the beginning you're gonna have a situation where you're not decentralized, but you're moving towards fully decentralized at the end. Like, but at the beginning you're gonna have to have some kind of a centralized figure to make sure that it all works out. But then they I don't know, they take a deep breath. He asks, "Do you know Richard Hart?" "Oh yeah, he's a scammer." Like
So
Hex is a scam. I know I didn't like Hex. I forget why, but I do remember I hate it. Like that's the level of like intellect. Like oh my god, you guys definitely need to watch it. And if you're on Twitter, send a tweet out to that guy. Like
Okay.
he needs a high five from everybody. Like, oh my god, good
Now I
job,
hear
man.
it costs money to get a code to then watch the video,
Yeah,
Yes.
right? Okay. And so everybody's honorably paying this instead of passing around a code.
that
I
I.
don't know.
mm.
I don't know. Probably
Okay.
not.
I don't know, but tweeting is free. That's that's that's
So
that's
how
I
much
know that much.
does
And
anybody
you
know the
can.
price?
I think it's $25.
Okay. I thought it was about $20.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
But it's
that's
4 hours.
wonderful.
So if you like, and you can watch it, and if it's not to your liking, you don't have to pay. You can still pay him, even if your mate gives you the code.
I was thinking
And
that
you can send
he
him
was
like
taking jabs.
cameo money. You can send him cameo money if you feel guilty after watching it. But I'm telling you, it's so funny. It was like, it's so good. Well,
It's
it's
awesome.
done with such like he's been so clever about it that none of the hexagons picked it up. He came off as like like not sure if he's a troll or not.
And
But
that's what I was about to say.
yeah, yeah. And he really pissed off Wales only. Oh my
Did he?
god, it was
Oh, I need to watch it.
I'm interviewing Mr. Wales only, who doesn't want to show his face because of his because of his criminal history. And then he's like, "So, Mr. Only, what about your gang background?" And he's showing like a video clip of the Quant gang.
I need to watch it. God damn it.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
So an idea that I have is I'm holding a get together, a meetup here January 21st. So I think it would be pretty cool to have a little area over here where it's like a theater and us play that to where
Oh, that
people
would be
can,
cool.
grab their drinks, whatever, and then come over here, and I think that would
Yeah.
be pretty neat.
It sounds really fun. Okay. Oh, it's $25. Okay.
That's a good picture of you, Mr. More.
Yeah.
It's 10 years old, I guess. So I was much better.
What
No, it was
picture?
taken yesterday. I just have a bad day right now. So
So I finally found the settings on StreamYard that allow people to have just their avatar picture.
Oh. So I could go like let's see. So I could go like
Ooh.
this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da.
I don't know how to do that myself, but I knew I made it available for y'all.
Are you full screening it or do you see the studio?
All right, I'm full screening. Check comments.
And then there's the stop camera button at the bottom.
Anywho,
Oh man, Davin, you cannot draw using a third, man. I know it looks like a good idea, but you'll end up in a home.
That's my old one. I added some envelopes to the background of my new one.
That looks
yeah.
like somebody in an institution has something they really want to say. Like that's the Joker's like signature.
So I went fishing for
wasn't there?
images one day. This was made by an artist,
Unbelievable.
world renowned.
And it costs money for somebody to Like, is that like a painting, or is it a photograph, or is it just digital art? I'm using the term loosely because it looks like somebody's dunked his hand in shit and then slapped it on a piece of paper.
So I searched Google for mud smear images or something like that, mud hand,
Okay.
and then there
So
was
that's the
this.
look you were going for. I didn't want to. Yeah,
There
that's
was an
fine then.
artist who had all sorts of mud splatter on white, and eventually this was wrapped up in it, and there was a huge watermark across it. So I kind of erased the watermark a little bit. But that's why it's so pleasing, because it's actually thought about by an artistic mind. But it also makes it easy to tell people, like whenever I'm in Twitter Spaces, "Hey man, I'm the shit print hand," and then they immediately they know who's who.
Yeah. Hey, Marcovelli. Hey. Beep, beep, boop.
What guys? What about?
Bleep, bloop.
So we're looking for New Year's resolutions in the chat. I think everybody on the screen has already done theirs.
Yeah,
You okay on
Marcovelli.
time facing reality?
Yeah, I haven't got a message yet, so apparently it hasn't started yet. So until that point, I'm good where I am.
Bob Guy's on top of it. Bob Guy, did you really like that video? Bit Finesse, what's up, man?
Hey, it's Bit Finesse here, man. Hey.
I love bit
Well,
finesse.
I don't think you have too much fat on the body, man.
No.
You look like one of those racing dogs.
That guy is ripped, man.
Yeah, that's all freaking muscle under the skin.
It is inspiring, to be honest, because I haven't been doing jack shit for a long time, and I really need to do more about my physical condition, and not only eating healthy but also exercising. That's something I really need to start doing.
So Public Guy is thinking of a name change.
Well, he hadn't been around for a little while. We renamed to Hex Guild, but yet all of our links are still Hex Foodies. So just be aware that the links haven't changed, the name has changed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very little changed, but we felt like doing something and we changed the name. I pretty much have to take the blame for it.
It's like changing your clothes.
Yeah. Sometimes you do it for no reason, and then you end up looking like a fool. Sorry, the kids are being early teens.
So, Mr. Moray, do you have a good internet connection planned for 2 days, whenever it is that you're going to go live with the socials on Natty
Yeah.
Allen's?
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah, that's what I'm testing right now. Like much better. I haven't disconnected for a while, which is good. I
Yeah.
hope it stays. If not, I'm thinking of a backup plan, like just go to a cafe and stream from there. But
Or
let's
from
see
an
how it goes.
airport. Just put in two more hamsters on your internet wheel, and it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Uh, so
Somebody's behind facing reality.
Here is one. Like, I have introduced Hex to people in crypto, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I missed that one."
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit too late for that, don't you think? Better luck next round, next season. Let me go pay attention to whatever it is that's destroying my life.
Yeah. Good luck finding the next NFTs.
Maybe we should have like an anti Richard Hart cartoon that's like our hex motto, or our our mascot, that's like the devil's the guy that always falls short, and he's just like, he's just working away or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, that Bitcoin stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like master plebeian.
Mm,
Facing
so the
reality. Tell me about these shirts. How many different shirts do you have made by, who is it? Susie Q?
Suzanne
Suzanne?
Art. Yeah, I got 3 at the moment.
Okay, so you got a pulse chain, a Texan, and
Hex.
a hex.
I got a
Sweet.
black hoodie with Hex.
Oh, that's the one I
And
want.
just a sec, I'll get them both. Just a second.
They look
I
pretty
didn't mean
awesome.
like, hey, name change. I didn't mean that. What were you gonna say, Moray?
no the like uh, we were kind of tailing off in terms of topic. I was just thinking about the uh, who's that Robert Kiyosaki interview with Kinetics.
That
I
was
watched
awesome.
that. Yeah, and even Robert Kiyosaki is now into kind of farms. Like I am not like the I'm against any ism, like, so okay, communism doesn't work, but capitalism, yeah, if you have been on the right side of history, it worked very well. uh, Tell capitalism works to those living in Africa and other third world countries, like yeah, it's kind of like we need a new better system anyways. But he I think he is now into like farms and wagyu breeding, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like,
Yeah, one of
but
those bulls
has
cost $250,000.
yeah, I know that. Like, and like, but
See, but that
I guess
tells us that Robert doesn't understand mob breeding, because you don't have to buy the expensive bull. You can buy his mother, or you can buy all his sisters, and you get the same genetics. You don't you don't need the bull, and then you incorporate them into your herd and start eating out the ones who are less like the ones you desire, and the overall herd becomes more and more like the wagyu bulls that you like.
Ross, do you think that capitalism could work without taxation? Because I think capitalism in of itself is not really a problem. It's more that the way the government works around it, where they tax everybody, you get that quick divide between the two levels. Like we're living right now, we have the extreme wealthy that know how to play the system. The system was created for them, and we are getting, because I've had a business for 15 years, and all I experienced was the more I earned, the more I had to pay. And as soon as you got to a position that you think we're now moving forward, they came along with new regulation. I had to pay a shit ton of money to invest in my company, to do all the regulations, just to get taxed even more out of the shithole. So I don't know. I think capitalism in of itself isn't that bad of a thing. It rewards time and labor, and I think it's more the taxation system around it that fucks it all up.
Yeah, that
Ah,
and the money system being corrupt.
Yeah.
yeah,
And we haven't seen, in fairness of Diraj, we haven't seen a functioning capitalist society for like 100 years either. So we know that communism doesn't work, and
Yeah.
we also know that what we're experiencing now is a planned economy and something
Yeah.
that is very far from any of the sort of the ideals of a true like market-driven economy.
yeah.
I got the
I,
Whoa,
oh, yeah,
that's
those
pretty
the,
sweet.
hoodies look amazing, man. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
planning
tell
to
you,
get one.
they look amazing on a picture or on a screen, but in real life, it's insane. A picture can't even do it justice.
can you bring it a bit closer to the camera?
That's true.
A little angle or something.
Oh man, that is sweet.
Does it get it?
Yeah,
Boom.
nice.
And the other one is
So are they like fake diamonds, or are they
yeah, I
small
think so.
spheres, or what are they?
Yeah, there's a sort of stick-on diamonds, of course, artificial. Probably, I don't know how they work, but you know what? Let me
That
do
looks
my
freaking.
background because it won't work with the virtual background. Maybe this will help.
Yeah. Oh man, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
That is so sweet, man. I'm
They're
gonna have to start
truly
making
insane.
stuff for hexagons as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
Trying to think of
Machiavelli.
how that hex.com could get better at the bottom.
What up, D-Raj?
Oh,
Hey Machiavelli, what's up?
What's up? Not much. Riding out the bear. Let's go.
What up, brother?
You're right behind the camera there. Let me see if I can full screen.
Facing reality. Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother. Too bad I have to go now. I just got the call, so if you're still
right.
here when I'm done, I'll jump back in.
Right on.
Yeah, all right.
I'll have a good one.
See you next week, man.
See you next week. Have a good one, guys.
cheers, man.
Cheers.
Bye.
Peace.
Well, guys, Billy Hex in the chat. Welcome. Yeah, I've always thought that like it's pretty silly whenever it is that I earn more money and then because I've worked so hard, I can't deploy that capital because the more I make, the more I have to pay, you know, the
Yeah. And over here it's
invisible
even
government
more.
to go and do the bullshit that they think is better for me. But I can make my community better now if I could just keep this. That's as far as I got.
Yeah, it's fucking perverse. Like you're
So,
paying for the
like,
privilege of being stomped on.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Makes no fucking sense.
I recognize it very quickly because I was raised by my sister and my mother. And my sister would do this whole bullying thing. So I recognized the bullying of the government, you know, parallel with my sister's bullying from whenever I was a child.
Yeah. How's this? Does it look silly? I mirrored my camera.
Can't tell the difference.
This
Do it again.
actually, no, it makes more sense like this. I'm gonna leave it like this if it's all the same to you.
Are you tricking us or
No,
is it
it's
your
just
background?
it just moved me from this side of the frame to this side of the frame, which I think looks better when you look at the entire like setup we have here.
What now?
Well, now it's a pointless exercise. Now I'm back in the middle again. If you want, you could
Uh,
switch me and Diraj's place to make it look more reasonable. Oh, reasonable.
Tupacavelli, do you have a New Year's resolution?
Um, I'm trying to just not really a New Year's resolution, but like using the calendar and different dates as like energy vortexes to actually make things manifest into your life. So I have been using the time currently to get in better shape and get more active in my local community and my kids' lives and whatnot, like helping with school and sports and stuff. It's been
Oh, that's
fun.
wonderful. What sports do they play?
Basketball.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've played a lot of basketball my whole life, so I saw an opportunity to be able to pass on more of what I've spent countless years doing to help other kids that like to do the same stuff. Yeah, and I've been watching like so much like just nonstop Kobe Bryant stuff lately. I've got a conspiracy theory that he's still alive and he's living off world past the ice wall. But I don't know how many other people share that opinion.
And might be difficult for us to verify.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be verified right away.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. Mental
So
masturbation.
So gets it.
here's an interesting comment. How much do we want people to come in to Hex? Like, where is the line of like good people to come into Hex and bad people to come into Hex?
Yeah, that is a beautiful line to have.
Or will Hex, once people experience it, will Hex cause them to decide within their own lives?
Yeah, I don't know if we can keep we can't keep anybody from buying Hex or staking it. But I'm pretty sure when it comes to the Hexico we're always talking about, I think we can be on like a tight lookout to check on people who want to come in to see that what kind of crowd is coming in.
Yeah, there's going to be
I mean, so we don't
and
need to we can be courteous to everybody, but it doesn't mean we don't have locks on our doors, you know.
Related to this, oh, go ahead, More.
yeah, I was like, I already said this many times. Like, keep an eye on whom you onboard or whom you reach out to for like. And we have already seen so many people coming in to the Hex community just to gain a voice, and then this uh, go and shield their own token or whatever.
Mm.
So
Oh
just yeah,
yeah,
like so, so
guilty
yeah.
laughter
So
there.
what we should yeah. So
You
when
can
it launches,
explain.
I'll be
You
doing.
can explain it. Explain it to the group. What is the oh yeah?
So see that there are like when Pulse Chain launches, there will be like 7 or 8 streams of revenue you can get or yield you can get. So like staking Pulse X. So for all that yield, there needs to be like I am creating one token to optimize the yield. It is called the optimized yield to aggregator token or Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, now I've been saying this for the last 1.5 year, like I guess, but I don't know whether I'll actually do it because it costs money. I don't want to be like, why that's the first point of passive income. Like you don't do any work, so I
Yeah,
am not putting it in much work,
and
even though
also there's always a layer of extra risk when you add on more code to the existing
yeah,
perfectly functioning code. That's why I've been
yeah. Oh,
very reluctant in taking part in any of the staking protocols because I don't want to be the guy whose money is stuck in a protocol because of a bug that nobody could see coming.
yeah,
And even
but
if that first protocol is simple and safe, what might happen is that somebody creates something uh, like a stake, like a trading instrument against it, or or you can build these elaborate systems where one thing is financed against the other, and then there's all sorts of arbitrations and whatever, and that becomes like a beast of its own, and it only takes one thing to buckle up in there to create of all sorts of chaos in the markets, and eventually it's gonna affect the underlying asset as well. And I
yeah,
would much rather not be involved in any of that shit, which is why I value the native stake so highly.
yes, just stake it and go.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the HSI stake. You prefer the native stake over the
No,
HSI?
I prefer the native. Like you get to mint free Hedron anyways, and the HSI just gives me the option to second guess my good decision every day.
Yeah, I also haven't messed with the NFT like where you trade NFTs. So if you did want to sell your HSI thing, I haven't even ran down that path
Yeah.
to do it. But I've got a couple HSI stakes just because it was the hip thing to do. But I haven't done like any. I've done a native stake lately.
Yeah.
So down here, I've got it written to check your wallets if you were a part of the Hex Guild, forward thinking, forward staking. What did I call it, Finbear? Where it was
What
treasury.
was what
It
treasury?
was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was divided up treasury, group treasury. So I did experience HSI stakes only for that reason. And the reason why is because I didn't want to gift people hex. I wanted to stake that hex, make sure, everything was figured out on what day it was going to come out. So what you do is you go to hedron.io, you have the hex in your wallet, you you do a whole tokenized stake, which is an NFT, in order to make it encapsulated and can go from one wallet to another. So that was the whole reason why I did it that certain way. If there is a mistake in the future, I'm sorry. It was just trying to get some things going, and I'm not.
No, and HSI is the most simple thing to add on. I've
Yes.
tried to explain it to people like it's almost like a glass jar that you put the stake inside the glass jar, and everybody knows the rules on why it opens and why it closes, and everybody sees that nobody can know the seed word that's holding the key, which is why it's safe for you to have it once a possession is passed over. So I'm not shitting on that at all. But what I meant was like
I'm not defending
if
anything,
yeah,
by the way.
yeah, and if you're building like a complete side economy on top of something, it's a good thing that we sort of grow together, but you need to understand that there's a risk element involved if a lot of money gets involved on just the staking tokens and not actually buying hex from the market. It's a different kind of economy. Then again,
Derivatives.
Richard spoke about these things already before Hex came out. I just watched an old stream, over 3 years old. It has less than 40,000 viewers, 40,000 views on the video, and he answers people's questions where somebody asks, "Wouldn't it be possible to tokenize a stake with the purpose of selling it on at the market later for a good price?" And all he said was like, "Dude, you weren't supposed to know that, but yeah."
Yeah.
That was his answer. He already thought about it, but probably just abandoned the idea for the reason of complexity. So he wanted to keep the hex contract really simple, which is why that wrapping thing just adds a layer of complexity, which is unnecessary.
So my thought process behind that, and once again, I'm not defending anything, is that if I was to put each of these stakes on certain wallets, then at some point I would have to write down the seed phrases and send it to people, and that would just blow up the capabilities of things not being secure. So in the format that we did it, I asked everybody to create an Ethereum wallet and give me the address to that Ethereum wallet. That way I have none of the security background stuff. And all I do is just send the thing, the HSI to everybody. And there is a table that is an image format, JPG format, in the chat so that everybody can keep track of everybody's wallet that's involved. And typically the hexagons inside the guilds have two to look after. And I haven't already said this during this stream. The idea is that you know when it is that yours is going to come to fruition, when your stake is going to end, and come back to the group at that point, whatever the group looks like, communicate with the group. If all of us are gone, this thing should be able to live on, just like what Richard has been preaching about Hex. Come back to the group, everybody decide what it is, what project's going to be sponsored. The idea is similar to a scholarship, for a project, any project.
That sounds freaking awesome, man.
We're going to have like this cannon that we're just going to be like, okay, just pull the
Money.
great.
Personally,
I've told you the story.
like,
I've told you the story about the Swedish-speaking lady from my hometown from the early 1900s. When she died, a childless widower, and she left her small inheritance. She wrote a will stating that she wants to set up a fund in her name to make sure that other kids in this town, if they speak Swedish, they should be able to get a decent education. And that lady had a few hundred shares of a rubber stock of a rubber company called Nokia Rubber Company. And that ended up splitting quite a number of times. And eventually, when Nokia was at its all-time high, that old lady's fund had more money in it than the fund that pays out Alfred Nobel's all the peace prizes and all that shit. So basically, like 200 high schoolers over here in this small town had more money than fucking Swedish Science Academy. So
Wow.
things looked really good for them for a while. It's come down since, but man, they were really rich on paper. But this could be like a similar thing. Guys just have to restake some of that hex for 15 years and pass it to the next guy.
Yeah. See, that's like the only real good use for HSIs. I personally don't like HSIs because I know I have paper hands and I would like sell the NFT because the option is available. Like, so
Yeah, it's the
it
same for me.
protects me against myself. It protects me against myself.
Okay, we got a special guest from the factory.
Hey man,
What's happening? Crypto Truth, you're on. Okay.
Sounds like
What's
he's
up?
got
What's
some
up? What's up?
workers.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on? It's a little joggy.
I'm just saying, we got a lot of space, and there's still machines that aren't being used, and they have another factory downstairs that's empty. Yeah, they're putting that work in, man. They're putting that work in here.
That's awesome, man. Why are you at that
Yes,
particular
yes,
place?
indeed. I can't really hear it too well. I'm gonna go downstairs.
The bear had to dip out.
Oh. Bob the guy says, power of hodl. Indeed. The power
Look
of
at this.
time, you know, just like focus
Hola,
elsewhere.
hola.
Hex is working for you in the background.
Solo otra video, otra video. Oh, yo. Promocionar. Tú sabes.
So, Truth, do you have any new revelations?
There's so much, guys. There's so much. This is all revelations. I mean, talk to me. What is that? I just want to get going with the community, guys. I just want to make a difference. I just want to be a part of the team and us help one another and instill good principles, living the way that we perceive things. Like, I'm just trying to make a difference in our education and the way that we live and just our lifestyle, man, our choices. And so I know I'm a good buyer and seller. I have access to tons of people. I'm always getting the best of the best deals because I always look for the best. It doesn't matter if it's a billionaire or whoever it is. I talk to all sorts of people, and I always have, and I keep it level. So I'm looking to build a team, and I know you guys are the team. So I'm showing you guys what I have access to, so that, and these are personal relationships, obviously, and I just want us to get what we can get going. You know what I mean? I don't know how to change my camera. That's why I got it like this. I'm trying to reverse it. You know what I mean?
It's all good. It works.
This is, look, they're putting up this building right in front. It's on a busy intersection here. Yeah, man.
Is
I
that
mean,
commercial
it's
or
just
is
one
that
of many
residential?
factories.
Okay, so the issue that I have is the quality of the material. Like, where is it coming from? This right here is a bad example of quality material. This, in order for it to be printed all over, it had to be nylon polyester mix. And so we didn't run off like group prints of this. Instead, I just special ordered it one time. The thing is that we have to have product market fit. And if we don't have quality material that we trust in, I guess, and believe me, Moray, he will look at the fine print of like, what is this stuff made out of? If we don't have that, then we can't go forward and recommend it to anybody. And then on top of that, we need good design of physical design, and then also imagery design. And so, like, if you have, I know that he dropped off, but if you have idle factories, that screams potential, just like a computer sitting there on a desk. It's got tons of potential. We just have to be smart enough to use it. And everybody likes you, Truth. So we want to be involved. We want to do some stuff with you. Here he is again.
Yeah, my bad.
So what I was saying is that, like, we want to work with you. It's that we're having this disconnect of bringing some calmness to the potentials here, and actually creating a product that we can recommend to all the other hexagons.
Well, I mean, there's one way that it's going to happen, and that's if we start, dude. There's no way it's ever going to happen if we don't start. So what I told you, I'm mailing you out something in like a week and something, and it, you know, you're going to say yes or no, but either way, you're going to have it in your hand, and it's going to have an impact on you to make a decision. I'm all about like action, and that's why I'm here in the Dominican Republic as a 37-year-old when I came here with nothing. You know what I mean? 5-6 years ago, because I'm about making it happen. And it doesn't matter if somebody says it can't happen or not, because I've already seen a lot of big things. I've done things. I'm just a little guy right this second, but man, I'm a big guy. I have trouble finding people that give me a hard time when we're dealing in business. It's all about the price and the stuff, and I'm familiar with quality. I've sold high-end items. I mean, I can go on and on about my experience, but look, I'm in the factory, dude. It's like that doesn't happen. I wish I would have been in this situation when I had my big business in the States, dude. To be able to buy stuff for, I mean, I'm going to be realistic with you guys. I was just talking to him yesterday, and I was like, hey, how much to print out on the shirts with sublimation, not with those vinyl. It's the same thing that you have on your shirt. That's sublimation. And so to do that, he said, depending on the size, it's like $1 or $2, you know, like maximum your shirt, I would think, would cost like $2 for the design. Yeah, that right there. Yeah.
This thing that's able to be printed everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's able to be printed. They just print it on the tailor and they sew it together. That's what they do. It's not like, yeah, they print it on the pieces and then they're sewn together just like these. Look, so these pieces.
They print it on there, and then they cut it to size, and then they sew it all together.
Yeah, look, dude. You see, there's design right there. That's Adidas. I mean, they got printed designs here. It's same thing, dude. Believe me.
Okay.
It's same thing. I've seen every sort of print that can be done. They have so many factories here. There is not a surprise printer. I mean, it's sublimation. It's thermal image scanners, and you have embroidery. You got those 3 main ways of putting on images, and they do them all. Look here, that's printed. Check it out.
Sweet.
White on this side, printed on this side, and they did that. Yeah. That was just for the other day. They did like 2,000 of them. I mean, that's really printed. Neat. Yeah, it's super nice. Cool. It's printed. I mean, many colors. Okay. Just depends on your design, dude. That's it. That's printed.
Did you see you did respond to my thing about fanny packs? I think
man. Fanny packs is where it's at.
Interesting way to go forward.
I mean, anything, but we need the design. We need to know what sort of materials, because just me doing it, that's my style. But coming together is what's the big deal here, because everybody would have a part in it rather than just one person, the big boss, you know. No, we need to have, like, let's make everybody a part of this, and whoever's a part of it can maybe be a distributor. You know, they could take part in the bigger side of things on moving those items. I'm just looking forward to helping you guys, as well as it's going to lift all of our lives up. It's going to help all of us. It's an extra revenue stream, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's like I told you, dude. I'm going to be working on, I just don't have the designs. They need PDFs because it's easier for the programs that they use. They said
Okay.
the designs, if they're sending PDF, and you send me the dimensions of, you know, the shirt and how you want the dimensions on the shirt done, you know, the logos or whatever. All that, dude, just the specifics, the size of the shirts or the garments. And then we're in business. I'll have you a sample in like days. Like he told me, because I was on him, I was like, dude, we got to get this done. We got to get this done. We got to get. He's like, well, you don't even got the designs. And I was like, okay, well, I'll have it today or tomorrow. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it. And so I'm on this, dude. I'm here. Look, if you can't tell, I have a relationship with them. Look, I'm in the factory talking to you guys by myself. I have a relationship with them. I'm cool with them. It's not just them. It's a lot of people. I got a few years here. It's like I went over to you guys' business and you're my homie. That's all it is. Except we're gonna do some business too. Like that's what type of relationships I got here, man. Just all business oriented. I don't hang out. I don't party. I don't do any of these fiestas. I don't do the club thing. Man, I'm a grown man, dude. I'm a grown young man. I'm just trying to make it happen, and I want us to make it happen together. You using what you know, I'm gonna do what I know. That's it. And if you know if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. But I know I'm buying these shirts. We can get them for $1, $2, and we can have them with the designs and everything, maybe at about $4 or $5, dude. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That's the thought process.
How many have to be in a batch? Can you do like a shirt, or can you do like 5
No,
shirts?
you can do one shirt if you want. Just give me the design, dude. Give me the design. And the whole thing the holdup right now is the fabric or the tailor. Nobody knows what kind, this and that. I'm just gonna do it on some really soft, quality, breathable material that I have worn, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay, that feels really quality. And I'm just gonna send them out to you guys. But send me the design, send me some PDFs. Dude, I'm just trying to get it out there because when you guys have it in your hands, somebody else is gonna want it. When you guys have it in your hand, you're gonna want other ones, or you're gonna have changes. You're gonna be thinking about what you can be doing differently, or if that's exactly what you want. But all of us just sitting here talking about it, I know it hasn't been a lot of time, but the more time that passes is the less time we have, because other people are gonna get into the market and they're just gonna start brainwashing the people with their product designs, with their messages, with their signals. I just think we should get started, and that's why I'm trying to work on this as much as I can. I mean, I'm in the factory. I was here yesterday. I mean, I organized all this, by the way, yesterday. I did all this because I'm trying to get prepared for us. I did it for free for them to help them out because they're my people. I'm about to do the one downstairs because, you know, I buy it so cheap, dude. I buy them like really cheap, really, really cheap for myself. Like, these right here, I'm paying 50 cents, man. I'm paying 50 cents to $1. But that's without logo. They're just blanks. They're blanks, and that's not being shipped. That's me selecting them. But dude, 50 cents to $1, brand new stuff. It's not easy like that. I don't know who's selling like that. You know what I mean? I was doing liquidations, buying container loads, and even at that point, I was paying 50 cents to $1 and sometimes more. And so, I mean, to be over here, to have access, and they're even willing to work with me even more on the price, it's a really good situation. And for you to not at least just buy 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever you want to do, it's not beneficial for you. You guys should take advantage of while I'm here and able to do this, and take advantage that I'm this little guy willing to do all this work for nothing. You know what I mean? So that you guys can potentially enter into this realm of merchandising, you know what I mean? But if we're just going to sit here and bounce off ideas and numbers, man, I could tell you any number. It doesn't matter who you bring up to me because I'm here. I got the numbers right here. It doesn't matter who it is, what it is. It doesn't matter what they have. I am right here with the people.
I don't want to sound like we are on Shark Tank or anything, but do you have any sales? That's the main important number that everybody wants to know. Do you have,
no, I don't have anything. I would have to send it to a standard carrier. Man, I'm bankless. I'm bankless with my passport expired because I haven't renewed it yet, and expired in June last year. And I'm just here living in
No, no,
Dominican, man. What's up? That's it.
no. Like, what is your most like common selling product? Like, what is your biggest selling product? That's what I wanted to know. Like, first
Okay,
thing,
in my
like
life, or what do you
that
mean? In
we
my
can
life,
Yeah,
what's the
merchandise
most
as
I've sold?
yeah. What's your best like sale that you've done? Who was it with, and like what was the number? What was the product? Just an estimate of
Okay,
what you're
well,
used to
my biggest
moving.
sale would have been my first biggest sale would have been $20,000 for $1 a piece for watches, and it happened in the same day I met this black guy from a swap shop down in Miami, a flea market, and he followed me back to Daytona. You can look online. You can look up haircuts and shaves. You can look up full scale products. You can look up open market wholesale. You're gonna find all those are related to Robert Martinez, and that is my name. You can look on LinkedIn. You can look up all on my socials. You're gonna see LinkedIn up until I don't know. I've had it for like 8 years, I think, this LinkedIn profile, or 9, 10 years maybe. And it has my history there. You can check it out. I had hundreds of thousands of watches at one point. I was very, I spoke to this guy last night on the HEX Spaces, and his name is Trevor something, the company 85 Supply. And he just sounded like he was somebody like me, like buying and selling liquidation, had a huge company. Except I lost mine to my workers. So I've had days where I made $30,000. I had days where I made 20,000, 15,000. If I only made $1,000 or $2,000 in a day, it got to a point where I was like, man, I'm doing really bad. Right now, dude, I might only make $50 in a day. I might only make $20 because I lost all my businesses about 5, 6 years ago. When I came here, uh, that's just the way it was, man. I lost it because I put my company in the hands of others. I had the responsibility in others, and I wasn't holding the responsibility myself. I wasn't doing this legwork. I wasn't coming, making the steps and doing all the things. I was putting it in other people's hands and just relying on them, and so I lost it. But I
Not
was
your keys,
buying
not your
beauty
crypto.
products, watches. I know where to get. You look up all the companies, man. Topper Liquidators, SBC Logistics. I have personal relationships with
bro,
Ceramics
slow down, slow
Apparel
down,
Group.
slow down, slow
Yeah,
down.
I
Like,
can go on forever, dude.
uh,
I'm the salesman. I am the man. It's just
bro,
I'm a nice guy.
I know you are a nice guy. Please, like,
Yeah.
one point at a time. That was, I wasn't looking for your whole life history. I am saying right now,
Oh,
what
you
is
ain't
your
want that history lesson, huh?
look, I was just saying, like, if you have a really good product which you are selling out right now, we can like market that specifically towards Hexicans. Like, if we know something that is good, we can market that, like, and we can at least get judge the market as, like, what is the demand out there, like. And it doesn't really have to be in stock. Even I think Richard Hart's old video, how to make money, like, just put an ad out that you want to sell this, see how many orders you are getting. If you don't have it any, you just have to first judge the demand, right? Like, uh, are
Right
people
now,
are ready to buy something, right? So th- yeah, I guess, like, yeah, I can see from the factory, like, what we can do with it. We'll definitely can come up with something. We are reaching at, I think, the 1 hour and 1.5 hour mark. We usually like keep the streams at
I
1 hour.
I still have some, like, if anybody needs to go ahead, but I still have some questions for him. I want
So
to know, like, whenever it is that I got you, do you have to go, Moray?
yeah, I'll hanging out in the Telegram group. I'll probably be watching, but I'll be off screen. Thank you.
Well, thanks for blessing us with your presence. Happy New
I
Year.
am my brother. Take it
Keep
easy.
it real, D-Rash.
What's that?
I said, keep
Oh,
it
yeah,
real,
said later.
D-Rash.
Keeping it real with the Tupacavelli.
So here's my question. Last time you got me pumped up. So Facing Reality and we had the idea of like tracksuits. So
Yeah.
I spent a little bit of the afternoon last time creating this idea for a tracksuit, and I posted it to the chat, the group chat. And so I wonder, like, was that too much for a sample? Was that too big of an idea for a sample?
That tracksuit, the only
Yeah.
thing is, dude, we have to get the dimensions right. And there's so many different styles of tracksuits, dude. Like, if you want to just do one for you or something like that, yeah, we can go ahead and work on that. But it's going to be customized. You know what I mean? So that means every time there's a customization, you have a change in measurements. You have a, take this in, draw that out. They make the sleeves a little thinner, a little wider. And so it's like it's a project. And they do big business. So they just want to do something to get the idea that you guys are for real, want to do stuff before they start dedicating all this extra time for customizable suits that maybe aren't even going to get sold, because there are lots of people that want stuff done by them. But without the money, they're like, well, why do we keep doing this work for nothing? So everything is like touch and go. They're only willing to work with me as they are because they know me. Like, I do business. Like, we buy, sell, trade. Yeah, what's up? Let's do it. And
Okay,
so they know it's serious.
Let's see. I shot for the moon with the tracksuit, and then so let's bring it down a little bit into our atmosphere. And so what is
What
the
about
product?
shorts?
What
instead
shorts?
of pants? Like a outfit.
I'm not thinking pants at all. Like whenever I say
Okay.
tracksuit, I just meant the top.
Okay.
Only top. But it would have long sleeves and collared sleeves and stuff, and
Right.
a little ribbon down the top of the sleeve, and a zip, and then maybe a collar.
Yeah, that's more doable. But I think it would be best if we started with the shirts.
Just a shirt.
I mean, it's just so much easier, dude. They're already mass producing so much. It's going to be more flexible on pricing. And when you start that business and they've recurred some of their, their money, and they see they're making money, they're going to be way more flexible in inventing other things. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking for the long run, do what they're doing now, and then you add on to it later because you're taking the business from them. You're giving them more business.
So a fanny pack is too far in the future, and
fanny pack, the fanny pack is closer because I can go to this other factory that I know he's down for that. We would just have to have a design, the measurements, and then what type of material you want it made out of, and they could do anything. Fanny pack. I've already seen these guys do it, so I can go to the guys for the fanny pack. I can go win that, but they're gonna want money. And it's usually about a $400 order or more for them to do their custom piece. Everything the other factory does is custom. So that's them. And there'll be it's like the nylon belt, the tailored belt with something like this. It's super high quality. And then it would have like whatever the tailor it is. And so if it was leather, it might be more expensive versus one of these fabric bags or something, or the plastic. There's just a lot of options. So I'd say we could do the fanny pack and the t-shirts. Like, that would be
went
pretty.
To the t-shirts, could we make it look like a soccer jersey, to where like maybe there's a little bit of a ribbon right here, and there's a nicer collar. Like maybe there's a triangle. What do they call that?
A collared shirt, like a collar, or the V-neck, like a V-neck.
Yeah.
No, dude. I just bought. I mean, I got a whole bunch of shirts and stuff. I just got a whole bunch of them, but
okay. I'm just asking because I'm trying to get you graphics to work with. So
that's rounded.
you're able to exercise this thing, you know, of supplying us samples of what's
Right.
capable. Whenever you said samples, I didn't realize that we were supposed to get you graphics in order for you to make the samples. I thought you were just gonna put some stuff together, show us the high quality. But instead,
No,
you
dude, I want to
want.
send it. I want to send it because when it's in your hand, it's like a call for action. You know what I mean? If I've done everything I can do and you guys still don't want to do anything, then like I can't do anything else with you guys. You know what I mean? But up until I've done what I can do with you guys, then I don't know yet. So that's why I'm pushing like, hey, what's up? Let me do this so I can see what action you guys are going to take. You know what I mean? Because I'm just ready to get it out to you. You guys see it. You let me know what's up. Okay. You like it. You don't like it. Or, you know, we change this, we add this, or let's go like that. It is. And yeah, we start doing stuff.
All right. So since you've been talking, Tin Top and DJ Polly have come into the chat. So welcome, guys. And if any Hexakin has any ideas on this sort of thing, go to the Hex design chat, the Hex marketing chat, both Telegram, the Hex foodies / Hex guild chat, Telegram. Let's get to conversing about what is possible and putting ideas and people to work. Let's get these things snowballed. Cool.
That's
Thanks
the
so
truth,
much.
man. I'm working on that.
Sweet. Let's go ahead and call let's call this edition of this week's meeting. Thanks so much, everybody who's come out. Crypto Truth, you want to sign us out?
Yeah, God bless everybody. Thank God we've all just had the opportunity to meet, you know, and I just hope that we just really progress, man. Just not just all talking or complaining or griping, but rather, you know, building something for the better, not just for individually, but as a whole. Like I know a lot of people think I'm projecting like positivity, but you know, that's the only way we're gonna get somewhere positively. So I stay positive. And I stay hungry, and I'm a monster. I don't care. I make it happen. I make it happen, y'all. So let's do this, Hex foodies, huh? Not just for the road, but for the home, huh? Let's get it. Yeah, that's it, right? Hex for life. Tupac. Let's get it, yeah.
Trong đây có một như chơi chỉ huy qua bao nhiêu rất là tiền à đây có chơi cái gì cái đó của cái là cái má quay như cái đúng rồi người nói ai thì ban